Hello everybody, Tracy Brown here. Hope you're having a great day or evening whenever you're watching this. So this is titled Why I Don't Use the Words Balance and Moderation, especially around food. And so I know it sounds a little nitpicky, but the reason I don't use those words for myself, for my clients, is because those words have so been, I guess, honestly co-opted by people trying to help you monitor and watch your food that they don't feel genuine anymore. And I felt that way for a long, long time. So let me start off with saying that it's not that I don't, let's say when I make my own meals, it's not that I don't sometimes have a little of this, have a little of that. Like last night I had, spaghetti and actually rotini with meat sauce and those kind of things. And so, I had some protein, there's a little vegetable, I had some pasta, I put some cheese on it. So I had all kinds of stuff. So I guess that would be called some balance, but it wasn't something I was totally on my mind to see okay, now my meal is okay. It's like I made a meal that happened to be something I know that my family and I really likes, and it happens to have a variety of foods in it. So that's fine. But the danger for all of us who are breaking free from food obsession and weight worries and those kind of things is that we've been taught for a long time and monitored with the word balance. So, especially when you look at programs or people trying to tell you how to eat healthy, you'll often see the word balance and moderation in that. And to me, when you look at those plans or those things, if they are not fully meeting your energy needs and they don't account for you attuning to what would be satisfying, then they're actually code word for watching it, and maybe even it's a diet. Now, I know that this doesn't really apply to the little bit more stringent programs that are out there that I won't name, but they've been around for decades in different versions and forms that limit certain macronutrients. And if you don't know what that word means, protein, carbs, and fat. So if you see programs that we don't eat this, or we don't do that, or we eliminate this food group, or we don't do this thing or this type of thing, or it's fat or sugar or whatever, you know that we're not really talking about balance, moderation, or health. We're talking about this is a way for you to cut calories and change your body. And so I do know there are some different circumstances where that's not always true, that we may be eating meals that have a little bit more of one macronutrient than the other for whatever reason, if it's for a blood sugar thing or whatever. But that needs to be done in accordance with what's going on with your body and what your internal markers are. Not so much I'm doing this because I think it's healthier or it's helping me lose weight. It just means that there's a mental watching over things again. So I don't think when people talk about, let's say you come to me and I'll use two circumstances, and I look at your food and your eating is, I've seen this hundreds if not thousands of times. So people will bring me I'm eating really healthy and it's so balanced, and I look at it and it's they're eating 1,200 calories, which is semi-starvation for pretty much everyone. And I'll look at this, and not that you need to be worried about this or counting calories, but I look at people's food and I can, even without getting calculated, I can see it. And I'll look at it and their meals have a little protein, a little fat, a little vegetable, or a lot of vegetable and too much vegetable, not enough other stuff for energy and all that. And they'll think their eating is really balanced. And I'll look at there's no moderation here. And what are you talking about? You're not eating enough. You're not going to get enough big picture of nutrients and those kind of things with that little eating. So in that case, I'm helping people at whatever meal they feel comfortable with, getting to the place where they can meet their needs enough where they can actually do intuitive eating. On another side of the coin, which is just the other side and equal amount of people that I see, is people's eating can be maybe adequate, quote unquote, but they're not very attuned to those signals. They don't really know because they're, let's say they're doing a paleo or something, and there's just lots of protein, and initially they might feel pretty good, but after a while, their immune function might start to go down, or their menstrual function is disappearing. And they're like, oh, I'm eating really healthy, and my plate has protein and some fat and some vegetables. I'm like, but where's your other macronutrients? You know, where's more fat and where's more carbohydrates? And like, oh, well, carbohydrates are in my the few servings of sweet potatoes they eat maybe occasionally, or in their vegetables or occasional piece of fruit. And I'm like, well, that may be not enough given how your body's functioning. And so we'll think they're eating really balanced and it's moderate. I'm like, no, it's just a diet. And so all of those words have been co-opted by all the diet industries that are out there. And so basically, I'm really going to encourage you to, it's not that you can't make a meal for yourself and your family and have all variety of things in it, but if you're eating that meal and you really feel called to eat more potatoes or eat more protein or eat more of the vegetables or drink another cup of milk or have some more whatever, then do that. And trust that over time, over the course of weeks and months, that your body is going to have a nice mix match of all kinds of things. And in the big picture, things are going to be balanced because your body's orchestrating that, not your mind. So I hope I hope this post was helpful for you today. Leave your likes and comments about how you're working through that, and know that it's okay for a while in this process, that if your meals don't look very balanced, don't panic. Let yourself ride that phase out, where eventually you'll get to the place where eating feels naturally on its own a lot more balanced, and you don't have to do anything about that to make that happen. But at the beginning, if you're eating more desserts or eating more sugar or eating more peanut butter and you want peanut butter 3 times a day, let that be. Let yourself move through those different phases and trust that, like, this will pass, your body will regulate itself, and eventually you're not going to want too much of any one thing. And that means over the big picture, not at one meal, because sometimes it's just really fun to have mostly a meal of carbohydrates because maybe everything's really great and it doesn't feel like a problem for you and you physically feel fine. Let it be. And your body will let you know if that didn't work for you. And then you get that feedback and you take it into the next time that you're hungry. All right, well, thank you all so much. I'm glad to be with you again. And if you have questions, let me know. Like I said, I'm kind of like letting y'all know that I'm going to be putting out a new coding tool here soon. This coming up, I'm hoping next week. I'm hoping that I'm finished with it. This, it'd be something that it's just another tool in your toolbox. All right, thank you so much. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.